Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this lesson, we are going to solve another exercise. In here, we have to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. What is a perfect number? A perfect number is a positive integer which is equal to the sum of its proper divisors. We will consider only positive divisors, excluding the number itself. Take an example of 6. It is the smallest perfect number and it has proper divisors 1, 2 and 3. If you add them, you get 6, which is equal to the number itself. Another example is 28. It is another perfect number. Its proper divisors are 1, 2, 4, 7 and 14. If you add them, you get 28, which is equal to the number itself. Let us take an example of 12. It is not a perfect number. Why? Because it has got proper divisors 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. If you add them, you get 16, which is not equivalent to 12, and therefore it is not a perfect number. Now, in order to solve this problem, we need to find out the proper divisors first. That is the first thing. Second thing is we have to check whether these proper divisors, when added, whether it is equal to the number itself or not. So this is the number which is being input by the user. Now, in order to find out the proper divisors, we will have to generate the sequence of numbers with the help of range function, starting from 1 till the half of the number plus 1. Consider the example of 6. What happens is its half is 3. So if you set start position as 1 and upper limit as 3, it is going to generate the sequence of number starting from 1 to 2. Why? Because upper limit is excluded, and therefore we will have to add 1 to the upper limit, which is going to give us the sequence of numbers starting from 1 to 3. And then we will divide 6 by every number in the sequence. If it evenly divides the number, then it is a proper divisor. If it is not, then it is not a proper divisor. And therefore, we will add these numbers to find the summation. And it gives us 6. We will compare it with the input number. If it is equivalent, then it is a perfect number. Otherwise, it is not. Now let us write down the code to solve this problem. I will say that input the number. For that, we will use the input function and we'll say user that enter any number. So once the number is input, we will typecast it to the integer. And then we will also define the summation variable, which is going to hold the summation of all the proper divisors. And then we will check if num is less than equals to 1. Then we will say that that number is not a perfect number. Else, we will start looping the sequence of numbers. For that, we will say that for I in range starting from 1 till half of the number plus 1, and we will check if it is a proper divisor or not. For that, we will say that if num modulus I is equals to 0, if it is, then we will add that number to the summation. And once we are done looping through all the sequence of number, we will obtain the summation and we will compare it with the number. We will say if it is equivalent to the number, in that case, it is a perfect number. Otherwise, if it is not equivalent, then it is not a perfect number. Let us execute this code. I'm going to pass 6. It says that 6 is a perfect number. 8 is not a perfect number. 28 is a perfect number. 12 is not a perfect number. Now I'm going to simplify this code. I'm going to copy this code, paste it over here. So this is going to be the method 2. And in here we will check if number is greater than 1, then only we are going to find the sequence of number and we'll check whether they are the proper divisors. In case they are, we will sum them up. Once this task is over, we will come out of the loop and then we will compare if it is equivalent to the number itself. If summation is equivalent to the number, then it is a perfect number, otherwise it is not. Let us execute this. 12 is not a perfect number. 6 is a perfect number, and if we pass 2 is not a perfect number. Let us test one more. 28 is a perfect number.